Good morning, guys. It's Grodot333 Kelly. It is Sunday morning and I am here at work. In the last 3 weeks I've had only 2 days off, so my schedule has been a struggle. I did a coffee talk with Janine that I think she's going to post up for her Back to Basics weight loss. I'll try not to be too repetitive because, but she's going to edit. I mean, she recorded so much, we talked forever because we can talk forever. I did talk about how life is running me instead of me running my life. Janine Pinkfishley did just post a video which I totally related with. I mean, she just put into words things that I couldn't, like taking a shower and going to the bathroom. Finding time for those things are difficult right now. I leave my house at 6:15 in the morning. I get home at 6 o'clock at night. At that point in time, I start dinner for my kids, do homework, get them to bed by 8, and then I do things that need to get done around the house. And then I just start it all over again. So in there, it's difficult to find any time for me. And life happens. Things keep going. You know, things go on in the house, and we found a contractor. We need to do one of our rooms over because nothing's been done since 1969 in that room or much of my house. Excuse me. It is what it is, but I have struggled. But I will say, having Janine come over and talking to her, there has been a shift, and she came over Friday night, and I had decided Friday that I was going to do something for me, so I took an hour and a half off without pay on Friday so that I could go run. Go figure. I had to take an hour and a half without pay so that I could fit in exercise. I have tried. I just cannot get up before 5 a.m. to work out and work out before I leave for work. It's not going to happen for me. But you know how I love my quotes. You know how they do shift things for me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that have changed my perspective. And I've always said that that's what life is. Perspective. When you can't change some of the situations you're in, changing your perspective is always in your control. So I do want to identify, and I talked about this in the video with Janine, that I have been able to say what is going on. I definitely need to talk to my therapist about this, but what is going on within me that I feel this hole that needs to be filled, which I had been the last couple of weeks filling with food. I mean, I had just been binging. Now, of course, it didn't help that I had an unfill. And I did just get a fill, which is going to take another whole week for it to kick in, because mine takes 2 weeks. But, you know, I can't rely on that fill. It's got to be in here. So that's where the work's got to be. So I wanted to go, if it wasn't, I was just needing to fill it. If I wasn't eating, I wanted to go shopping. And I didn't do any of those things, but I identified within me that I was looking to fill a void. In talking with Janine, there's plenty of voids. I mean, I have no time for me. I want something for me. And you know what? I have taken care of everybody my whole life. I want to be taken care of, but I need to accept that may not happen either. So I need to do what I can when I can. So some of the things that struck me was on Facebook. There was a thing going around about an 87-year-old woman who went to college, and it was a whole long thing about it, but I did write down a snippet that was in there, which was, there's a difference between growing old and growing up. The idea is to grow up by always finding opportunity and change. Have no regrets. As we get older, we rarely regret what we did, but rather what we didn't do. I've tried to live my life by that. I have done things in the face of fear because I knew I would regret it. And I never want to have regrets because you can't go back in time. You can only go forward. So I would rather do something that I was afraid to do and make a mistake than regret not having tried it. And that's kind of how I've always lived my life. So many videos have touched me and have been able to change my perspective. Janie, of course, my guru, always. And I hate to name drop. I'm not trying to name drop. I'm telling my truth of what affects me and what helps me change. And Janie and Sally were just in my head this week. And thank God. So Janie's response video to Country Girl 555, she had said, it was a quote from C. Joy Bell C. "Stand on victorious ground, the mountain called victory. The clouds will come and go. I am a victor. I didn't climb up the mountain. I was born on it." I so relate to that because as down as I can be, the difficulties that I still have always believed in myself. And the fact that I didn't climb it, I was born on it. I so get that. You know, it doesn't matter what has happened to us in our past, what goes on around us. Who we are in our core is what matters, is what builds our character. I mean, somebody said to me when I was very young, and it's always stayed with me, that everybody has problems. It's how you deal with them and react to them that defines your character. And it's so true. And I think about that often, and I kind of feel like that in that quote, that it doesn't matter the obstacles that I've had or have or will have. I was born to be great. And that's not in competing with anybody else but with me. And the only one holding me back is me. And that's what I talked about, is how I'm the one that chose to binge. I'm the one that chose to eat poorly and added the pounds on the scale. It was nobody else but me. And yeah, is my schedule busy and crazy insane? It is what it is. But, you know, there are people that have it. I always say to myself, yeah, things can be tough, but somebody else has always got it tougher. So shut up, get the F up, and just do what you got to do. I can't remember where I read this, but I wrote it down because it affected me. It says, "I can't run to anything. My issues are within me." Once again, I do believe that the universe has been speaking to me, and I have been praying a lot to ask for strength, because I have felt so tired and vulnerable, and it's been coming, and the run on Friday and Janine coming over was a big shift change. So yesterday was my only day off. I got 1,000,001 things done and another 1,000,000 and more that I didn't, but I'm back at work today. I had tried to get up at 5 a.m. to go for a run before I had to come into work. Didn't happen, but I am hoping to do a C to 5K on my lunch hour if it doesn't rain. We'll see. If I don't get it in there, I will have to find a way to get it in tonight. This Fitbit thing is definitely helping. I'm liking it. It showed me where I was when I wasn't pushing myself for those 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm excited to see the changes now when I do push myself. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's where I am. I'm trying to shift my momentum, shift my perspective, pull my boots up and just get on. You know, my motivation had waned, and I'm usually a very self-motivated person. So I need to look in the mirror, slap myself in the face a couple times, and I gotta get back on it. You know, gaining 15 pounds in like a month and a half, 2-3 months, that's huge for me, because it took me a year and a half to take 15 pounds off with my health issues. So I've discovered a lot of new things about myself, and I'm going to take that information and put it to good use and get down to business. And let's see what I can do. Because I know how strong I am from within. I know I can do what I need to do. I guess my struggle is, and I talked about this with Janine, is it takes so much energy to focus on my health, and my energy is required in 1,000,000 different places. I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a shop steward for my union here at work, And all those things require a lot of energy, and I don't like to do anything half-assed. I'm all in, unfortunately, with everything, which spreads me so thin. You know, I do need to take some time off for myself to replenish, and I plan on doing that sometime in March, maybe towards the end, around my daughter's birthday. But if I got to take a couple days off without pay, it's just what I'm going to have to do. I mean, it's tough here on Long Island in New York. The cost of living is insane, but we all know that money's not the most important thing in life. So, I need to buckle down and set my priorities and get down to business and just do it. There's the t-shirt. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and I look forward to watching the video with Janine Pinkfish Lily. I've never done a video with someone else before, and I'm curious to see how she edits it because we talked for so much. Have a great week, guys. Bye.